Yeah, we're going to start off this week with our, as we always do, with our CURFC catch-up. Had a cracking result this week for the Cardiff Uni men's team.
Absolutely annihilated Swansea in Swansea, which is...
Swansea, yeah, 45-14. Statement victory, it has to be said. Swansea obviously, you know, they put up a really good fight against Exeter the other week there. You know, they took the lead in that game before obviously Exeter do what Exeter usually do and overawed them.
That scoring at Swansea, that's 6 tries and a penalty.
Yeah, no, it was an incredible result really, and that takes them 6 points above Nottingham and Swansea, on to 20 points. Surely they're safe now.
Yeah, they are safe now. Yeah. I think there's 3 rounds left, and all they need to do is get some form of point, I think, to stay up. But neither Nottingham nor Swansea, both of them can't go through. I think one of them will stay below the other, and I think Nottingham are going to drop out.
Yeah, well, obviously at the end of the season, the last place team, obviously Cardiff were sitting in 8th place, the last place team, the 10th place team, they go into playoff with the Bucks, the Bucks Championship, the division down. So it's good that Cardiff have sort of, you know, they've given themselves a wee bit of a cushion there. But it was looking quite worrying for a while there, you know, we had a couple of games left and, you know, performances were coming, but the results weren't. But now, of course, we've got a wee bit of daylight and teams in front of us. Look, where do you think this leaves us in terms of the rest of the season? Obviously, we've got 4 games left. Exeter away next week. That's a toughie. And then a couple more games: Durham and Bath at home, and Nottingham away, obviously. So where do you think this leaves them with, you know, such a statement victory?
I think it's a bit of confidence. Exeter away, there are going to be Cardiff fans there, which is quite nice to know.
There we go.
Which, you know, that's a big boost in morale for the boys. But
they're always very well supported. I mean, we were at Lanrumney the other week for the Loughborough game, and fantastic.
Every week,
yeah, every single week.
But you know, now that they're going away and they have all that home support coming across with them, that's a bit of a boost. I still think, you know, Exeter is still going to win that game.
Yeah.
When they're playing at home, usually they always play every game at Sandy Park there now, which is mad.
Yeah, there's a real sort of link between those two sides now, isn't there?
I think the Blues should do it with us.
It's sort of quite a feeder side. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the talent's there, like, got all sorts of.
But you think about who was the Welsh lock who now plays for Exeter? Used to play for Exeter.
Yeah, David Jenkins.
Not just David Jenkins. No. The other one, whose name escapes me, former refugee.
Oh well.
He was playing for a couple of seasons
myself.
Well,
yeah, well, it's obviously a really important thing for clubs in the Bucks League, you know, to have that sort of link with the bigger sides, you know, and perhaps even like funding and help, you know, sort of that way, you know, that link is vital.
I know Cardiff Met has a big link to
a couple of clubs.
They've got Quins, yeah.
Rumazang.
But you know, a lot of their funding now for these top Bucks tier teams is quite good. Although I would say, interestingly, Brunel outdoes even Cardiff. For those who don't realise, Brunel, who are usually the champions of the league below, and they might go up to Bucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I also hopefully because they deserve it after so many years of.
Yeah, that playoff, it's a tough. Like, if you win your league, you know, you imagine you go up, but obviously they've got that playoff, which makes things a bit more.
But you know, if they get the win that they might deserve, you know, they get £5 million a year to spend on rugby. Men's rugby alone.
Wow.
And you think, because all the alumni, you know, former scientists, former, you know, people who work in big business, Cardiff doesn't have that kind of money. As you've seen, but Cardiff spent so much at Glanrumney that they don't use. It's why they no longer do the IMG finals at the Blues Stadium, now do it at Glanrumney, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, it's sad, but Lanrumney is like it's a nice pitch down there. Even if the gantry for us media people isn't the best, but the pitch is down there fantastic, honestly.
I was doing my reffing course on Tuesday, and we get there and everyone's looking at the gantry like, oh, who goes up there? What's it like? I was like, just don't go up there unless you're media and you have to. Just don't. It's not worth it.
That was absolutely no joke the other week there. I mean, honestly. Carrying 2 tripods up those stairs. Oh my days.
Let's keep going until the
Let's keep going. Yeah, no, it's character building at the end of the day.
It's character building.
But to bring it back to Cardiff, So they're 5 points off Leeds Beckett, there's quite a gap between Leeds and Bath in 6th for the playoff spots, obviously. And do you think Cardiff can maybe, with the last couple of games, push for that 7th place? I mean, obviously it doesn't really change anything,
It's more about motivation, but I think at this point, Cardiff don't want a playoff. The last thing they want at the moment is a playoff, because they want to just focus that Swansea varsity to repeat what they did. I think that.
Well, I think the playoffs out of the question, almost, isn't it?
Do you know, to go take lead Beckett's space? I guess it would be nice, but at this point, I think it's just surviving, building from here, rather than focusing on getting higher on the table. Focus on building the team, working for varsity, working for next year, because if we have now, or in the next couple of games, just get enough bonus points, we just secure our place in the league for next year, then we focus on varsity, then we focus on next year's season, because then we start to push for a playoff position.
Yeah.
At this point, it's more about keeping up and just innovating a little bit and getting ready for that varsity game in April.
So it's a bit of a sort of they're in development.
It's a phase of development and rebuilding. You know, you see that with pro teams all the time. And I think this is Cardiff's year to develop and rebuild. And we've seen that through the whole season.
Yeah. Well, no, as I say, it was an really impressive result. Away to Swansea, you know, they had to win. They had to go down there and go in Swansea's backyard in tough conditions, and they had to win that game, and they did superbly. So well done to Cardiff. And hopefully they can go kick on and improve performance, building towards varsity, and perhaps take that 7th spot off Leeds Beckett's.